What is going on, guys? Brown here, welcome back to the F1 Career Mode here today for part 59 for the American Grand Prix. It's America, home to Donald Trump and one of the greatest tracks on the F1 calendar in COTTA. We've got here today. Strategy wise, we're going to be doing a one stop from the softs onto the hards. Everything goes to plan, but the most important thing is the championship. Here it is on your screen now. We have to basically win, and Verstappen has to finish 7th or lower for us still to be in the hunt to win the title. Mathematically possible, but actually possible, probably not. But 3 rounds to go. Hopefully we can do it. This race is going to be an interesting one. If you're wondering why there's music, I'll explain that after the grid sequence. So this is the grid then for the American Grand Prix. George Russell is on pole position with Sebastian Vettel alongside him. The second row is Charles Leclerc and Pierre Gasly. We are in 5th and Carlos Sainz is on the same row in 6th. Lewis Hamilton 7th and Kevin Magnussen a good result in 8th. Valtteri Bottas is 9th and Lando Norris, for not the first time this season, rounds out the top 10. Max Verstappen had an engine troubles in qualifying, has a 5-place grid penalty and he starts 11th. Alexander Albon is 13th with Nico Hülkenberg 14th. 15th and 16th are Devon Butler and Romain Grosjean in the Haas. Lance Stroll is 17th and Lucas Weber is 18th. And on the final row of the grid is Giovinazzi and Daniel Ricciardo with a 10-place grid penalty. The 5 red lights come on here in America. And let's go racing in COTTA. It's lights out and away we go. We've got a good start. We're going to go to the inside, maybe try the double move into turn 1. That isn't going to happen. We break a bit early, and now Lewis Hamilton tries to go around our outside there. There's Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz side by side as we head through the S section for the first time. It's been a good start by Sebastian Vettel. He has jumped George Russell then in his Alfa Romeo and takes the lead for one of the first times this season. And now as the camera cuts, we can see everyone ducking under the DHL board, and now we are going to send it in the background down the inside on Charles Leclerc. That's the move we needed to make, and now hopefully we can look forward, as can George Russell retake the lead of the American Grand Prix. I don't think it's quite close enough. In the background, Lewis Hamilton having a look at Charles Leclerc, but in the end as Charles Leclerc locks up, it's going to be a defence on his former teammate Valtteri Bottas. To the inside, Valtteri Bottas goes. He's trying to go round the outside now. Bottas can't do anything there. There is Max Verstappen down at the back, as there goes Lando Norris getting past Sergio Perez. And now George Russell is homing in on Sebastian Vettel. You can't see it. There it is, because that was a horrendous camera angle. Side by side they are. And now George Russell couldn't get past. He went for a sniff, but he sneezed and he had to back out of that one. On to lap 4 now then. And there's Charles Leclerc. We're on the front wing of our... And Charles Leclerc absolutely sent it. Nothing I could do about that, but we are definitely going to look to get back through. You can see the top 3 have pulled away. We need to get on the pace because we need to get a good result here. Skipping on though to the pit straight, to the back straight rather. We're on the back and we're going to swap Charles Leclerc, the dummy, and now we're going to try and go around the outside, but I went too deep and Charles Leclerc defends, but now we're going to lick the stamp and send it. There was the tiniest bit of gap there, and we are back in front of Charles Leclerc and back into P4, and we can get on with our race now, and hopefully we can start to pull out that gap a little bit more. Now here is Lance Stroll coming through the field, and Lance Stroll slowing down here. He's slowing, and look at everyone snaking behind him. Lance Stroll is out of the race for not the first time this season. He has retired, and now the safety car is out, and now things can start to get interesting. The top three stay out. We're going to come into the pit. So does Charles Leclerc. He follows us in as well. And now this is where the mind games come in. We are going to come into the pits, and we're going to put on the hards, and we're going to try and take these tyres to the end. The top three will have to pit, of course. They're all on the soft compound tyre. Onto the hards we go, and we can try something and possibly win this race. We're gonna do some thinking outside the box. They have to pit again, the top three, so we can possibly do something, because on to lap 8, safety car's been out for a lap and a bit. Everyone's caught the back of it. George Russell does lead. Then Brownham will restart the race. The safety car is coming in here, and just before the race starts again, we can have a bit of a breather and kind of talk about this episode. You're wondering why there's music in the background. Basically, I recorded the audio in the wrong setting, so I recorded kind of my room audio rather than the game. So all you can hear is like the fan from my laptop going around. So, and no one wants to listen to that, so I've put some music over the back of it. I'll get it sorted for next time out in Brazil, but we just gotta make do for this episode. But back to the action then, and George Russell into the final corner, and he is going to have to bolt there. So is though Sebastian Vettel and Pierre Gasly. As through the final corner they go, and there's an engine blowout. That's Romain Grosjean in the Haas, and now look at this into turn 1. We're going to send it. What a move! There's Romain Grosjean. We were that far back, you could have sent a postcard. There's Romain Grosjean's engine blowing. And what a shame with Romain Grosjean. He's just sat behind the safety car, and as soon as the race gets started again, his engine blows. Now though, on to lap 9, everyone kind of behind us. There is Giovinazzi trying to defend Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc though has the inside line. He's going to go to the inside now, try and force Gio the long way round, and he does get past the Mercedes there. His Mercedes seat's very much hanging in the balance. Mercedes not happy with him. But here comes Charles Leclerc. He's back on us now. When he pitted and followed us in, he pitted for another set of soft tyres. Not sure what he's thinking. That means he has to stop again. So we're kind of got to sit here now. Into the pits now, on to lap 11. Comes into the pitch George Russell from the lead of the race. He's got the gap out as much as he can in the last 7-8 laps, but there's everyone you can see flooding through on the left hand side. It's going to go onto the hards, which is slightly odd. Not sure what Williams are thinking there. Obviously we drive for Williams, so Williams may be thinking that's the best strategy to do, soft to medium. Obviously that's what they were doing in the first place, but maybe they went that deep. Maybe the mediums could have gone there. There is Max Verstappen onto the hard, so he also stayed out. And now on to lap 14, Charles Leclerc from the lead of the race. You will see us in the background now. There we are. Charles Leclerc is going to pit, and we will take the lead of the American Grand Prix. And now all we have to do is nurse these tyres to the end of the race, to the end of lap 28, as far as they've got to go. Everyone now is going to be around 15 to 20 seconds behind us, because they've all had to stop again. So we're sitting very pretty. We just have to hang on all the way now on to lap 22. George Russell has been caught by Pierre Gasly, and Pierre Gasly locks up, double lock up there a bit. Pierre Gasly on the mediums, Red Bull thinking outside the box, and does get past George Russell. Now though, all the way onto the final lap, Pierre Gasly has caught the back of us. Our tyres are very old, we've been on them since lap 5, but we are going to have to defend him here. This is the last lap of the race. Can Pierre Gasly win it? Will we win it? It's all going to play for us. We're side by side at the end of the back straight. We defend Pierre Gasly to the inside now, into the tricky sector 3 now. So Pierre Gasly tries to go to the inside. We went a little bit wide there. Now we just got to make our car as wide as we can. We're not going to have the traction we would have had earlier on in the Grand Prix. Now round the long right-hander, Pierre Gasly can't get anywhere near us. He tries to the outside again, into the second last corner and out of it now, and into the final corner we go. We are going to win in America, and Pierre Gasly is going to have to settle for P2. Wow, what a Grand Prix. Yes, a lot got cut out. We will win. Charles Leclerc getting George Russell in the end, so George Russell from leading the race doesn't even get on the podium. And it was a Williams 1-2 at one point in the race as well. But wow, slightly shorter race. There really wasn't that much action, because after all the stops I was just kind of going around on my own, and you don't really want to see that. But that's been your American Grand Prix, and Max Verstappen has finished down in 7th, which means we are still in the championship. Only just. There's 50 points left in the championship, and you can see there we are 44 points behind. 50 points still up for grabs. We're going to have to repeat what we did here today in Brazil, and then possibly again in Abu Dhabi in the constructors. We can, I think, still win the constructors, but I don't think we can. George Russell hasn't been that consistent. You can see here back into the paddock just the gap we have to the rest of the field really. Red Bull are there as well. But that's been it for this video. Really hope you've enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more of this. We're very close to F1 2020. We are going to be doing one more season of career before that game comes out, so make sure to stay tuned, and I will see you in Brazil. Goodbye.